hypnotic motion to the girls and they turned to look at her. Spike and Nightcrawler were having no success in trying to find Madeline and Rogue as they busted into hideout after hideout. "This is useless, we have no clues and no chance of finding out where they have gone," Spike said, throwing several spines into the wall of Blob's home. "Cool down, at least the others are managing to hold off Magneto," Nightcrawler said soothingly. "Right, let's go and see if we can find anything in Mystique's office at school," Spike said, feeling marginally better. At that point Nightcrawler's communicator went ballistic. It hissed static and interference before Iceman's voice came through, broken and distorted. 11, under, attack, as, required, respond, Ice. Over the two mutants looked at each other as Nightcrawler teleported them back to the Yaffle Institute. Gabriel was exhausted. He was physically and mentally drained after the exercises he had performed. Now he was trying to hold off the Brotherhood whilst the real X-Men fought Magneto. At first the few mutants that were at the Institute had held their ground, however, as Toad had pulled off the communications aerial with his tongue. The fighting had mainly fallen on Gabriel and Iceman, as the others were either too young or too inexperienced to fully use their powers. Slowly but surely Gabriel and Ice had been driven back. They had no real chance of winning, but if they could keep up the defense long enough, help should arrive soon. It had, but not in the shape of Cyclops or Wolverine charging across the horizon ready to leap into battle. Help had arrived in the shape of Forge, the mutant with the ability to create tools from his body. Although, as Forge had admitted in the brief words that he and Gabriel had said to each other, his attack power was limited, Forge had begun rewiring a communicator to make it more powerful so that they could contact help. "Ice behind you," Forge said as his arm swiveled into a welding torch, forcing Toad to leap into the air to avoid its white-hot flame. "Thanks," Iceman said as he dropped Avalanche to the ground by encasing his hands in a block of ice. "Where's Force?" "Don't know, he and Shockwave separated from us." Gabriel had moved into the trees to give his aching body a chance against the fresh Australian mutant who was now pursuing him. Force, come out and play," Shockwave said, obliterating another tree stump 2 meters left of Gabriel's position. Gabriel took a deep breath and filled himself with power, ready for another blast at Shockwave when he hit upon an idea. Readying his legs, he pushed himself up through the tree line. When he felt gravity take a hold of his body, Gabriel concentrated on making a solid surface beneath him. He felt his own body landing harshly on his surface but ignored it. Opening his eyes, Gabriel saw that he was standing on thin air. His feet felt although he was standing on a concrete block, although Gabriel couldn't see it. Leaning forward, Gabriel lay down and curled his fingers around the front edge of the block. Then Gabriel pushed forward.